Well, hello, darlings. It's Miss Tia. Now, listen, I just want to talk about just one thing real quick. I had a few minutes to spare, and I thought, well, let me just get this out because it's been driving me crazy since yesterday. Now, I know everywhere you look and everybody, every channel, news, all that's talking about the assassination of Charlie Kirk, and that is horrendous. It's horrible. Regardless of whether you believed, the same way he did politically, or if you were on the other side of the aisle and disagreed with everything he said, the fact that somebody could be brutally killed like that in front of an audience of people and people watching live on TV or on live streams, it was horrendous. I saw it and I gasped and screamed and immediately cried. And I don't know this guy. I don't follow him. I don't, but just to see another human being experience that is just horrendous. So I thought, well, I'm seeing on other parts of social media where people are having little celebrations and blah, blah, blah. I've seen that on X. I've seen that just like Facebook forums and things like that. But I thought, well, this part of our community, even though it's horrible and awful and people do awful things to each other, because a lot of us do, focus on true crime and are interested in that and follow trials or whatever, I know a lot of people don't, and they're just pure crime just with the title of true crime. But I just thought, well, because that's something that we focus on, that nobody would have I don't even know the word for it. Nobody would, be celebrating the fact that somebody was unalived in that manner. Even the ones on these streets that, do the worst of the worst, I thought, well, nobody in this community is going to be, like, celebrating or anything like that. Like, I just didn't think that they would. Y'all. Let me tell you what. Okay, we all know Bullhorn Betty is into politics. And she, when Trump was having his campaign, she was all about that. Going to the rallies, she was all involved in all of that. Okay? We all knew that. Whether we agreed with it or not, and I know a lot of people don't like Betty. Betty's not my cup of tea either. But we knew she was involved in politics. Well, so she's involved in politics. Well, Charlie Kirk was, with the Trump team. I mean, all of those people are like all in the same group. So Betty had a different connection than just us who were just watching, and whether we followed him or not, we certainly didn't know him. He wasn't an acquaintance of ours or anything like that. But guys, Betty did. He was like someone she looked up to, from what I'm gathering from watching her. And when she first heard that he was shot, she came on and she was hysterical and she, was, talking about it, and that was before that they had announced that he had passed. Well, she came across the video of him being actually shot, and this occurred during her live stream. So when she saw it, she had that reaction of, like a lot of us did. But and you have to think, this is someone that she knew. I'm not going to say that she knew personally because I don't know, but at least an acquaintance. They in the same circle. They had the same beliefs. She looked up to him. All of that. She saw that, and her reaction, in my opinion, was as real as you're gonna get. It was raw. She was crying. She threw her glasses. It was just a in shock moment when you see that. I think any of us, when we saw it, everybody was in shock. Nobody is prepared to see something like that. It was awful. Whether you like the guy, whether you don't like the guy. He's a human being. He's an American. And he was just expressing his freedom of speech, his political beliefs, whether you like him or you don't. Nobody deserves to get killed because someone doesn't agree with them. That's ridiculous. It's horrible. It just, oh. So anyway, so going back to, I didn't think that, anybody in this side of YouTube would be celebrating or mocking or anything like that. Well, Queen Bee and Illuminati, and I don't even know who else was up on panel. I think maybe Rowena. I'm not going to tell y'all that they were celebrating the fact that Charlie was shot. That's not what I'm saying. What they were doing, where they were laughing at Betty's reaction, and they played it over and over, and they laughed and made fun of her, and saying that she was being dramatic and all this. And I know Betty can be dramatic on other things, but guys, I think that we're all smart enough to be able to tell when somebody is doing something genuine or they're just hyping it up. She was generally, honestly, she was distraught. She was in shock. It was real, and it was very similar to many of our reactions. Cat over here had the same damn reaction. Maybe not as extreme as her because I didn't know the guy, but and to see these women on this panel mocking her and laughing at her because she was upset because someone lost their life just because someone else disagreed with them. That was probably one of the sickest things I've ever seen. And I believe Nonsense was in the chat, and she put some kind of comment about Betty's reaction was wild or something like that, and then she put like a laughing emoji or LMAO or something like that. Are you freaking kidding me? I can't. You call out other people for the things that they do, and then we're talking real life. We're talking life or death here. And someone loses their life, and someone is distraught and in shock when they learn about it and they see it. Seeing it, we watched the man actually get unalived. It was horrible. And yet, you're going to sit over there and laugh at her reaction. You don't have to like her. You didn't have to like Charlie. Betty is not my favorite person at all. I think a lot of things she's done is very, very wrong. But damn it, y'all. We're talking about real human reactions. And y'all gonna make it a joke. And make it content. And make it funny. Y'all are some sick folks. Yeah, I said it. I said what I said. You're sick. And, I didn't have much respect for you anyway, but I sure as hell don't now. All right, darlings, I'm going to get on off of here, but I just had to get that off my chest while I had a few moments. So it's Miss Tia, and I'll see you soon. Bye now.
Tia walks alone, neon lights and pixel zones, whiskers twitch. She's sniffing out the unknown, every headline, every whisper in the dark. She's got a question, she's got that spark. Scrolling through the noise, she's got her eyes wide, spotting all the fake, she won't let it slide. Sassy in a step with the tail that sways. Truth is a game and she's here to play. Tia the cat, prowling through the streams, calling out the lies, chasing honest dreams. Some love her fire, some can't stand her pride, but she's never backing down, she's got nothing to hide. Every comment, every rumor in the chat, she's gotta come back, you can't handle that. She's fierce, she's bold, she's got that glare. If you're hiding hidden secrets. Better beware. Tia the cat, prowling through the streams, calling out the lies, chasing honest dreams. Some love her fire, some can't stand her pride, but she's never backing down. She's got nothing to hide. She's not here for drama, just the honest truth. Kindness in her claws, justice in her youth. Opinions don't shake her, she's got her own way on these YouTube streets. She's here to stay. Tia the cat, prowling through the streams, calling out the lies, chasing honest dreams. Some love her fire, some can't stand her pride, but she's never backing down. She's got nothing to hide. So when the night falls and the rumors start to creep, Tia's on the prowl, keeping YouTube streets clean, with a sassy flair and a heart so true. Tia the cat, this song's for you.